Hello and welcome back to Yas Marina Circuit, where the World Race Series has returned for the first time since 2016. And we're here in Abu Dhabi for the second event of World Race Series 2021. We have a thrilling event for you here today with the Stock Ultras class. These cars have higher horsepower ratings than the Super Stockers, and higher performance offers more opportunities for drifting. On the point side, this is how they stand as of now, with the Wangan MidKnightz leading the points. I think this order is going to be really shaken up by the end. The track itself is the South Circuit. At 1.47 miles, it's smaller than Suzuka, but with the faster cars, I'm sure the drivers can make up for the deficiency in drifting time. It has almost every type of corner a driver could ever want to drift, along with a mix of straightaways. So let's take a lap around it to see what these drivers are up against. So to start off, we're on a straightaway. Not much drifting will happen here, as drivers are still building up speed. Into the first turn here, which is sizable, but it is followed by an S-turn, which can be difficult to drift all three in succession. There's a brief straight for drivers to get their bearings here, and then a somewhat high-speed corner leading to a straight where drivers can really show off. Then there are two really high-speed corners leading to an abrupt, sharp turn. Then without much time for rest at all, there's another sharp turn. Next up is another sharp turn with very little straights in between. Then finally, there is a good straight. After that, there is a very high-speed corner, followed by the sharpest corner on the circuit, which is even sharper than the notorious corner on Suzuka. This corner is almost a 270-degree angle. With these two types of corners back to back, it can be quite tricky. And after that, there's a gradual turn, and then there's the home stretch. Drivers can show off to grab some last-minute points here. And that's all Yas Marina has to offer. As you can see, it's difficult, but it's not the most difficult track in the world, and I think these drivers can handle it just fine. So now, here's the starting order, arranged by qualifying laps from slowest to fastest, with the faster cars going last, as usual. And now, with further ado, let's begin. First up is the Sheepster and the Ford Raptor for Lift Kit Racing. And she wasted no time getting going. And you can hear that turbo V6 roar. Oh, there she goes, drifting a gargantuan off-road truck. But the backslide's way out, only 100 points for that exit. But still a good effort. And she doesn't even drift into those two turns, except a little slide at the end. That's really not good, only 50 points. Not a good start to her day. Okay, that's better, but she went off track, 150 points right there. Ooh, high speed, 150 points. Okay, let's see what she can do here. Oh, she lost it! Holy crap! She tumbles, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've lost count, oh God! Oh, she lands back on her wheels and turns around. She's gonna attempt it again, is that even legal? Will it even count? And that's 100 points for all that. Controls only counted the last bit since she didn't go through the actual turn before flipping. That's the first flip we've seen, folks. Okay, 350 points for those last two turns. That's a pretty good turnaround. Wow, what a run so far, folks. Okay, good slide there, 100 points. She floors it into that turn and 100 more points. I don't think the Raptor is as good as she was hoping it would be, but she's doing the best she can. And some slaloms for 60 points at the end. Well, that was definitely something of a run, and it has come to 1,160 prejudged points. Not as good as the lift kit was at Suzuka, but we don't know yet. Perhaps it will be the best run all day, although I doubt it. And the judges have given a 3, a 5, and 4. Pretty low scores, all things considered. Though Judge 2 does note that she persevered even after a nasty crash, and it counted for some style points. So, Sheepster's final point total comes to 2,360, lower than even Gare Bear at Suzuka. It's unfortunate for Liftkit, who had a somewhat subpar run already in event number 1. This could turn into a hole they can't climb out of, but we'll see. Next up is Crucifixx in the blown Impala for heavy metal. Heavy metal was the worst team in the last event, so hopefully Crucifixx can turn things around. This Impala is pushing somewhere around 500 horsepower. And she warms her tires, as all heavy metal drivers do, and she's off. She drives deep into the first turn, but saves it and keeps it going through turns 2 and 3. $600 points total. That's a pretty good start. Strong drift for 300 points there, really ripping it through there. Oh, but in the grass. Some slaloms and a big slide and more slaloms, and she's still going. That's massive, 800 points for all of it, with several bonuses applied for time. That's the record for a single drift so far. And hard into that corner, keeping it going, really sliding that back end, and it's still going, and still going. And still going, with nothing but a millisecond for pause, and slaloms into the high-speed corner and a hard slide into the final sharp turn. This is a money drift, but she's slow, that'll cost, but still sliding and still going. Still going. Slaloms to the end. Slaloms to the end. And there you have it, folks. 2,100 points granted for one single drift. One continuous slide. That smashes her own record for highest score for a single drift. That is extremely impressive. Completely destroying expectations from that last event. So that was an amazing run. Possibly the best run I've ever seen in my life. And it's only the second run of the day, of the second event of the year. That brings Crucifixx to a whopping 3,800 prejudged points. That's the record so far now. So let's see what the judges say. All right. 9, 10, and another 10. This is the first time 2 10s have appeared. Holy smokes. Is it too early to call a championship? That comes to a total of 2,900 extra points and a combined total of 6,700 points. Absolutely astounding, folks. Can heavy metal be topped? We'll have to see. It's going to be extremely hard. The next up is the favorites for the series, the Wangan MidKnightz, with the Bandit driving the number 7 RX-7. I have high hopes for them. But will they live up to the hype? I know one thing though, that Stock Ultra certainly does look good. And it's rumored to be pushing about 350 horsepower currently. And if I know Japanese cars, they could turn a little bit on paper into a lot on track. Okay, into the first turn, real smooth, keeps going. Not a strong exit, but good form throughout. 550 points for that. Solid drift, but a little off track. 200 points for that one. A few slaloms out there leading into the high-speed turn, not bad. 200 points total. A little sloppy, I'll add, though. Another high-speed corner, and the Bandit keeps it going into the next one, and they keep it on track. $400 points right there. Excellent. Okay, good entry. Awkward exit. 250 points granted from control. Good stability through that one, 200 points. So far, it's mounting up. Okay, high speed, here we go, followed by a sharp. Not bad. 350 points for all of it together. Now they do some slaloms. Can they keep it off that wall? And they do! 150 extra points. That was a really solid run, with a 2,300 point total prejudge. That was less than Crucifix, but we'll see what the judges think. And it's a 9, and a 10, and a 9. One less point than Crucifix, meaning Wangan MidKnightz, as of now, will stand 1 for 2. With the point total coming to 5,200, which isn't in first place, but let's be honest, could be worse. And now, on to the next driver, Poco Tacos of the main line, driving his Infiniti G35.
Mishashi.
And due to no Curry getting diagnosed with COVID-19 as of recently, Poco Tacos has been switched out for him, and no Curry will instead run the Interceptor class. So, let's see what this young rookie in Poco Tacos can do. And he drives it deep into turn 1. 200 points, good. A little too deep into 2, but it keeps it going for let's see, 300 points. And he goes way out wide and a little off track, but it's still worth 150 points. And a slalom, and he almost loses it. Turns it around. All right, that was worth 200 points, as awkward as it was. And into a high-speed turn, he gets 200 points. Hard into the next one, he forgets the upshift, and that's 250 points right there. But he's looking good. Not bad, another 200 points. Good drifts all around. Good, but off track. That's 180 points. He drives it fast into this one. Ooh, but followed by a weak slide. Only worth 250 points for both. And it's slalom time. Oh, he lost it again. Into reverse now. Oh, awkward again. Another driver spinning out and just rolling with it. But I like it. It makes for good style. All in all, Poco Tacos got 200s for his final slaloms round and a total of 2,180 points. Just under the Bandit, putting him in third place. But let's see what the judges say. We have an 8, a 9, and an 8. Not bad really, for a total of 4,680 points. Which keeps him in that third place position behind the Wangan MidKnightz. Next up is Trailblazer, the number 66 Ferrari for Old Glory, and doing slaloms on the warm-up straight. Oh, and she's around already. Only 20 points for all of that. Interesting start, I'll give it that. Ooh, ouch. Just 10 points in there. And, weak. Really weak. Only 20 points for that. Trailblazer might really be only a double-digit kind of gal. She goes wide. Okay, that's better, but awkward exit, and she breaks the triple digits for 150 points. A weak slide and only 100 points. That Ferrari is looking very unstable. Another weak slide for 30 points only. This isn't looking good. Okay, that's better for 200 points, but she struggles on the exit again. Okay, that's really depressing. 10 points for that one. And only 30 for that one. Is this a real drift run, or did we pull one of the spectators to drive the car? Okay, not bad, but off track, 100 points. Oh, this could be good. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Come on, man. This is tragic. 20 points only for doing a donut. That's all she did, a donut. Okay, some slalom, she'll try to save it. Oh, no! And into the wall, and that's And that's minus 100 for heavy contact with the wall. That is devastating. The hippie cannot be happy after seeing this, after her great run at Suzuka for Old Glory. This is just depressing. Trailblazer came to a final point total of 590 points. That's the worst we've seen thus far for any driver, period. I really don't think that car was set up right, or something. It obviously wasn't made for drifting, but nor was the 64 Impala, and look where it's at. That's just abysmal, really. And for the judges, we have a 0, and a 2, and a 1. I didn't even think we had a 0 rating, honestly. But alright, that adds 300 to her point total for 890 points. Still, the worst we've seen thus far. And hopefully for the rest of World Race Series 2021. For my eyes' sake, it makes Gerber at Suzuka in event number 1 look like a frickin' pro. It's also the only sub 1000 score so far. So, up next, it's yours truly. That's right. I'm going to be getting behind the wheel for the bump and run this time around. I'll be driving a 1969 Charger Daytona, which has had a small supercharger installed so it can remain a little bit competitive with the stock Ultra cars. I think I've got the hang of this thing, so keep a close eye. I just might pull off something great. Meanwhile, I won't be in the booth, so keep another close eye on the score yourself.
Breathing right away. Nothing seems to fill this place. I need this every time. So take your last off my case. Someday I will find a love that flows through me like this, and this will fall away. This will fall away. Yeah, you're getting closer to pushing me off of the last little edge. 'Cause I'm a loser. Sooner or later you know I'll be there. You're getting closer. You're holding the rope and I'm taking the fall. 'Cause I'm a loser. I'm a loser.
Okay, so what'd you think? Let's see here. I received 2,980 points. So far, our second best prejudged score. Alright, okay. So let's see what they said. Ooh, I'm scared. Okay, 9, 10, and 9. Whew. Okay, I'm okay with that. That brings my total to 5,780 points. Definitely not to Crucifix's level, so unfortunately I won't be winning this event. But I am a second above the Bandit, and honestly I'm content with that so far. Crispy did great in event 1 to set me up for this. My team is really looking great all around, and I think we're looking good moving forward now. Hopefully Matzo can pick up where we left off in event number 3. Okay, next up is Switchback, a newcomer to the World Race Series. Let's see what she can do today in her Kia Stinger. Okay, that thing is fast. Whoa, beautiful deep slide into 1. And she keeps it going. Awkward entry into 3. But it's a good exit. and still going. Whoa, it almost went around, but a quick dab of brakes and she saved it. What? She's still going. Okay, I think I'm in trouble. Holy crap. And oh, she goes around. That's that inexperience causing her. But she's still in it, still sliding, and finally straight, ladies and gentlemen. Give Switchback a round of applause. 2,000 points in a single drift. It was great, but not quite to the level of Crucifix's drift earlier, mostly due to that spin costing her big time. Okay, after those 2 turns, she was granted 300 points. Okay, 200 points, now slaloms. And into the high-speed corner. Yeah, I'm definitely in trouble. Into the sharp corner. Oh, she loses it again. Only 400 points for all of that. But it could have been so much more. Some more slaloms, 100 points, and a final slide across the line for 20 points. Okay, that was an excellent run, with a total of 3,020 points prejudge. Crushing my prejudge tally, man. Oh, let's see what the judges say. Okay, we have a 7, another 10, and a 9. That grumpy old judge number 1 probably holding back because of the spins. Add that up and you get 5,620 points total, only about 100 behind me. But she did a lot better than me, I'll say, drifting far longer and maintaining better car control on average. But those 2 spins really cost her. If not for those, she could have even made a run at Crucifix's score. But I'm sure Switchback is still happy with those results. And she now sits in 3rd place. Alright, on to the final driver on the roster today. Arpeggia of the Racer's Edge, driving the number 99 Porsche 911. And she's off. Okay, she's real chill into the first turn, 150 points. Really stable through the next 2. It's kind of beautiful, really. 400 points for that. And ooh, deep slide, really throwing it back. A little off track and 300 points for all that. Ooh, smooth drift. 200 points. Arpeggia definitely has a uniquely chill style of drifting, and I like it. But off the track there, only 100 points for that. An inertia drift for a solid 150 points. Ooh, beautiful power slide for 250 points. But a little off track there, only 150 points. Ooh, there you go. Fast slide through the high speed and a deep drive into the next one. And a fishtail for 500 points total. Not bad, really. Now for the slalom section. Oh, a little tap of the wall. But it shouldn't cost as much as hard contact. 30 points for that. And now one final slalom for an additional 80 points. Really not a bad run. She ran safe, but still managed to take risks. Some of them that paid off and a few that didn't. Altogether, a very solid run. Arpeggia's total comes to 2,160. Not excellent, but not bad either. And for the judge ratings, we have a 6, an 8, and an 8, bringing her total to 4,360. Almost getting the Poco Tacos score, but not quite. Leaving the Racer's Edge in 6th place today. So, here are the final results. Altogether, really good runs today. Really good solid runs. Blowing event number 1's out of the water completely. With 3 drivers breaking Woof Air's top score of 5,220 from Suzuka. And the Bandit nearly breaking it themselves. Crucifix absolutely dominating at first with 6,700 so far. Setting a record for the high score and high score for a single drift. All in one event. and clearly deserves the title of Best Stock Ultra Driver, making up for the Heavy Metal's grave defeat at Suzuka. I'll humbly bow out in comparison with only 5,620 points in second place. It was a good run, but it doesn't hold a candle to it. Meanwhile, Switchback of Comet Motorsports surprised a ton today with a third place finish. Pretty astounding considering it's only her second World Race Series start. The Wangan MidKnightz not quite doing as well as they did at their home track in Japan, but still performing satisfactory. So let's see where the points stand as a whole in the championship. This is how they stood before today, with Wangan on top and Heavy Metal in a very bad place, while Old Glory is actually holding on to a well-deserved and somewhat comfortable third place. So let's see how it changes after today's results. And as you can see, Wangan still stays atop the pile as the only team over 10,000 points. Meanwhile, the main line, without winning either event, has amassed enough points for a comfortable second place. And building on top of Crispy's run, I've placed my team in third with 9,430 points. Comet Motorsports is also up, going from 6th to 4th. Meanwhile, Heavy Metal has overcome the terrible points hole they were in to rise up to 5th. It isn't the top, but Crucifix has done her job, and hopefully the next two events go well for them and they can go and compete for a championship. Meanwhile, Racer's Edge has fallen 2 spots, while Lift Kit is still chilling in 7th like they were at the last event. For the Racer's Edge, it isn't the end. At 8,270 points, they can still come back. But with Lift Kit's wacky arsenal of cars, I think it will be very difficult for them to come back from this. Meanwhile, it's a massive fallout for Old Glory, going from a comfortable 3rd to dead last in 8th with only 5,240 points. Trailblazer's run was just so bad that the hippies at Suzuka really doesn't make much of a difference. Well, let's hope they can come back on the last 2 events of the year. So that's as it is now. And here we have Risa Kalaki, aka Crucifix, celebrating her victory. It's her first ever win in the World Race Series. She's been consistently a top performer, nearly winning the 2016 season, but she's just never got there until today. Hopefully she's in the prime of her career and has many more victories in store. I'll personally be watching her very closely in the 2022 series. As for the championship, it's looking like a pretty tight race between the top 5, with only about a 2,000 points difference. And as we've seen, that gap can close in an instant, so I'll be eagerly awaiting the Interceptors class next time. And for event number 3, we'll be returning to America for the first time since World Race Series 2020, and going to the Daytona Road Course for a thrilling battle for the Interceptor class drivers, making the World Race Series' first return to Daytona International Speedway since the 2016 season. I hope to see you there, and until next time, take care and happy racing.